never a cap, out of the drought. Watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We'll step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You knew what it be.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it.
Jackson on the keeper.
He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And it brings up
third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
turnover on down.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 5-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
If you were me,
and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Stepping up, he's going to... keep it.
Jackson on the keeper.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Baltimore.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And Jackson throwing once more, rolling to his left. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. 20. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flushed out right, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens going back on offense. A team that was 14-2 a year ago, as we know, AFC North champions. Then the playoff disappointment with a loss to Tennessee. But this is a club that has to be one of the favorites to lift the Lombardi Trophy in Tampa in February. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely agree. I think they're going to be one of the better teams in the league. And despite the fact that defenses around the league have had their entire offseason to try and get better and study Lamar Jackson and that offense, I just don't know how you slow them down. He can run it. Mark Ingram can run it. They added J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State, and you know he's going to continue to get better as a passer. And Hollywood Brown out wide, I think he's going to give them the big plays they expected last year now that he's fully healthy.
Well, on the defensive side, Charles, they're still pretty darn good.
Are they ever? And they added in the draft, getting Patrick Queen at linebacker. They added in free agency, getting Calais Campbell to play defensive line. Now remember, they lost Earl Thomas, their all-pro Pro Bowl safety, in training camp, but they feel like they can fill in for him and still play at a really high level. This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. From the gun, Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Brought down behind the line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jihad Ward in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen, guys, so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one,
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
To say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
From the gun on third down, Jackson buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
on the keeper.
Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
For Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll drop to throw. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
1 yard gain.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
At the 41.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Sacked. A loss of 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Jackson on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jackson on the
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. This time Jackson will throw it. Forced out to his left.
Jackson on the keeper. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he's got Snead. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Jackson to Snead that time. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st down.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
25-yard
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And his throw here's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Try to fight his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
On the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that left.